Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name's Chris, and tonight I checked out this new horror movie called Royal Jelly, directed and written by Sean Riley. Royal Jelly is about this young girl, Aster, who is bullied at school and at home because her mother died and her dad remarried with this other family and they don't get along. Anyways, this all culminates and something goes down at school and this really upsets Aster. Her bees get destroyed and then a substitute teacher comes along and she then goes and lives with her and some hijinks ensue. Man, that's some cool cover artwork they had there on that movie. They certainly had a good poster. And actually, there is one really positive thing about this movie, but I'll save it towards the end of this review, so stick around for this one. So, yeah, like I said, this is kind of like a Carrie coming-of-age kind of story, which I'm not really like against or anything, but the first hour or so is basically all of that, and it has those moments, those kind of like cheap writing moments where, oh, if she takes off her glasses, now all of a sudden she's some beautiful girl or something. Just stupid, like shallow attempts at like, I don't know, change in the character. I get this is a low budget movie and the acting is hit or miss and cringy at times, but the lead actress, Elizabeth McCoy, I thought did a pretty great job. Some of the other side characters are better than the others. From a production standpoint, it's definitely low budget. The look is inconsistent from shot to shot. Not a lot of time put into post-production, it feels like. Like the coloring from different shots, again, is inconsistent. It just gives it a different feel. Comes off as amateurish. The sound design is not particularly good. It seems like they did it all with a boom and then like no post-Foley work, because a lot of scenes there just isn't even Foley sound or anything like that. And the audio that is captured is like hissy and just not very dynamic sounding, and it doesn't sound like they like mastered the audio very well or at all. The plot is questionable, character motivations and choices are weird. They never really get into why this girl's so obsessed with bees, and I'm not here to point out people who have a bee fetish. You're into whatever you're into. Buzz along on that, or whatever people say. That's not a saying. But anyways, it just seemed like a weird, interesting kind of character quirk, because not a lot of movies feature like this beekeeper girl from high school. And I mean, you kind of know where the movie is going with that idea, I guess, or how it relates by the end of the movie, but it just never really adds anything to the story besides like, hey guys, this movie is sort of about bees in some way. Remember that. But then that should have been important to the character, or at least made sense to the overall story. So for the first hour of this movie, there is no horror. And at the hour mark, there's a sex scene between two high school kids. And no offense, that's not really what I'm coming to this movie for. That was a really poor choice of words. If they wanted this coming of age story, that's fine, and other horror movies have certainly done it, but because they didn't bother to put any horror into the first hour, it just really lost me, a horror fan, and that's what I was looking for in this movie, especially based on the description and the poster artwork. It definitely sets your expectations for something horror. And there is horror by the end. There are bad effects and bad cheap looking props, so the horror aspects really don't work either in this thing. So the horror doesn't work, this story really doesn't work because there's just weird, bizarre scenes with characters not making any sense and choices being made that don't make any sense. But I did say at the beginning of the video that there is one really big positive to this movie, and it's the end credits song called Royal Jelly End Credits, written by Nick DePiro, who seems to be a fantastic artist, guitar player. Checked out his YouTube. He's only got like 2,000 subs and his music was fantastic. So maybe skip ahead about an hour and a half into this thing. Check out those end credits. They will not disappoint. But otherwise, I'd probably skip Royal Jelly, even though Royal Jelly is a cool word, cool name, cool poster. There's a potential here for something. This wasn't it. So I don't know. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. It's coming out soon. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. If you like it, please leave a like, leave a comment, because that helps out the channel. And then I'll catch you here next time, guys. Goodbye.